I just watched a video by Tooltime9901 entitled College Idiots, and I kind of wanted to do my own little take on his video, although I think it's pretty much going to end up being the same thing. Basically, in his video, he's talking about people who go to college who are just wasting everyone else's time by asking stupid questions, studying things that they can't even tell you about in the end. We've all met those kind of people. Unfortunately, I hate to generalize, but they do tend to hang around the frats and sorority houses on campus. He did make the point in his video that you don't have to go to college. You really don't. If you are smart enough to teach yourself knowledge, then what's the point in wasting the money and going? And I completely agree with that. However, in today's job market, a lot of the jobs, if you don't have a college education, that little paper stating that you went somewhere for 4 years or 5, or in my case 7, then they're not going to give you a job. Starting into March, I'm going into mortuary science, and I can't get a job unless I have a bachelor's of mortuary science behind my name. But most of you know that right now I'm not at the mortuary science college yet. I'm just at a general public university here in my town, and it is extremely frustrating. It's a really big university, so there's just a large amount of people. And the classes that I have to take right now to get into the mortuary science college are business classes. And so many people in those classes are just dumber than a sack of bricks. My schedule this quarter is incredibly busy, and the two business courses that I'm taking that I absolutely need to pass to get into the mortuary science college are microeconomics and macroeconomics. They're really interesting courses, but I can study on my own just by having the book and by taking really good notes. So actually what I've started doing is I skip the classes on and off. So I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday I'll go to microeconomics, Wednesday I'll go to macroeconomics, Friday I'll go to microeconomics, and I just keep doing that. And then instead of going to class, I go to the coffee shop on campus and I sit there and read my book and highlight and take notes, and I do perfectly fine on the homework. I'm averaging a B in both of the classes. I can essentially teach myself, but I need that GPA and that grade to be able to send me forth into what I actually do want to do. Now, I know for a fact that most of the people in both of those classes are not passing. They're they're not passing the homework, and they're not passing the exams. And I just think that's pathetic. I'm not even going to class, and I'm doing so much better than these people are. I've tried to have conversations with people too, just about like how excited I am to be back in school, because I took a year and a half off and it was excruciating. And I've tried to tell people how excited I am to be back in the classroom and learning, and I guess I need that formal structured education. And these people look at me like I am insane. Like there's so many other better things they could be doing with their time. But then when you ask them, okay, well, what would you rather be doing? It's like sleeping and playing video games, and most of them don't have jobs. So to me, that's just incredibly frustrating. I'm 24 years old. I've paid my own way through college, and I just don't understand why you would go if you don't want to be there. If you're just going to enroll and then skip classes to sleep and get high and play video games or be hungover. I just don't understand it personally. And as for finding it hard to show up to class, I feel like most of the classes nowadays are completely dumbed down. Maybe it's just because I've been doing this for 7 years and maybe I'm just getting smarter. But I really do feel like the classes have gotten way too easy. There's been too many professors that I've had that have just passed everybody because they want to look good and they want to have a number attached to their class to say like, see how many students passed my class? I'm a good teacher. It's bullshit nowadays. That's how I feel like it is anyway. Maybe I'm just going to the wrong colleges. I'm on my third one, so I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty diverse view of universities, at least within my general area of the United States. Another thing that really irks me, and I know that I'm just completely ranting now, is when people do show up to class but they sit in the back, or not even the back, they'll sit up in the front row with their laptops and they'll just sit there on Facebook talking to each other. Or, oh my god, that annoys me to no end because it distracts me, who's actually trying to pay attention, and it's just rude. Like, if you're really gonna do that, just don't fucking show up at all. I was in an anthropology course last quarter, and it was biological anthropology. It was really, really interesting to me, and I ended up having to sit in the back of class once because I showed up a bit late, and these two girls behind me were just like talking full volume about somebody on Facebook and who they're dating now, or I don't even know what they were talking about. Finally, it got so annoying that I just turned around and I said to them, "Guys, I'm having trouble hearing because I'm in the back of the room anyway. Do you mind being quiet?" And this girl gave me the ugliest face ever. I mean, just like, "Oh, how dare you ask me to be quiet during class?" You know, like, then just don't come. So I know it's a bit ranty. There's not really a point to this. It's just, I was really happy to see Tool Time's video. It was just very cathartic to me to hear that somebody else feels the same way I do about college. I'm kind of hoping that once I get into the mortuary science college, it's going to be different because this is a school where people go in knowing what career path they're going to take when they come out, so hopefully they take it a little more seriously, and maybe they're as interested as I am in the coursework, and so I can actually, you know, have adult conversations with people instead of just not talking to anyone on campus. So thank you, Tool Time, again for making that video. It really did make me feel a lot better.